So in this video, I'm going to show you how we do it so that when you promote our pre-launches, you feel confident knowing that you will be getting credit for those sales. So this is exactly how we're going to run it for Stoodaio, as well as our other future launches that we have. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. There's a few steps that you have to do to get this set up properly. I'm going to show you how we do it, just so that you can, again, have that confidence when promoting our pre-launch. So step number one, I obviously use JVZoo, and inside of JVZoo, they have the ability for you to set up a pre-launch for your launch listing, pretty much. So that option is right here under the seller details. You can turn on the pre-launch option, but what you want to do as well is to pass the affiliate ID to the actual sales page. What this is going to do though is not only is it going to pass it to the main sales page once you actually go live, but it's going to pass it to whatever URL you have here under the pre-launch page URL area. Okay, as you can see, I do have the GoToWebinar link here, and I have that here for a reason, and I'll tell you why here in a few minutes. But during the actual pre-launch, of course, what you want to have there is your actual pre-launch page. Okay, this is what my pre-launch page looks like. Very simple, has a quick demo video, and it pushes them to sign up to the pre-launch webinar list, pretty much. So during the actual pre-launch, you want to make sure that you have that in here, your actual pre-launch page where people can sign up to that list. Okay. Now, the reason you want to have the ability to pass the affiliate ID to the sales page is because, again, it's going to pass it to the pre-launch page as well, and that is what you want to collect during the pre-launch phase as well. So not only are you collecting the email, but you're also collecting the affiliate ID that's passed to the sales page. Okay, now all autoresponders out there allow you to collect this information as well when someone is using a form from that service. So obviously Sendio, this form here is a Sendio form, and with Sendio we also capture that information as well, along with a bunch of other information. Okay, so for the most part, if you're using any big name autoresponder, they're most likely capturing that affiliate ID. Okay, so that is pretty much the first few steps. You create a pre-launch page, you put it in here, you activate it. You also activate this option here. This is very important because without this, you're not going to capture your affiliate's ID. Okay, so this is what allows us to continue to re-cookie your pre-launch subscribers throughout the pre-launch phase and even after the pre-launch phase. Okay, so the way that we run our pre-launch system is pretty much we entice the visitors to sign up to the pre-launch list because they'll get an additional discount for doing so, and also they can join the pre-launch webinar once we go live. So the first email that they get once they sign up to that pre-launch list is that coupon code that we promised them, which will give them an additional discount just for joining the pre-launch list. On top of that, we have the link in here to start pushing them to register for the pre-launch webinar. Okay, now if I show you what this link looks like, it's going to make sense why we want to collect that affiliate ID. Oh, whoops, I don't want to go to it. It's a bad request because that page no longer exists because that pre-launch is already done. But pretty much this is what the link looks like. Okay, it's a JVZoo link just like your actual affiliate link, but we're able to put in the affiliate ID short code that we collected during that subscriber's initial subscription to the pre-launch list. So now every time that that subscriber, we email that subscriber, we are using this link. Okay, and this number here is the number of the listing that is in here. Okay, so everything is tied together so that we continue to re-cookie those pre-launch subscribers with your link. So this is pretty much true hard coding where every subscriber that is signing up to that pre-launch list is going to continue to get cookied because we are doing so with our autoresponder. Okay, so this is the very first email that they get, but then throughout the pre-launch sequence, we continue to use this link as well to continue to re-cookie them all the way up until the moment we go live. Okay, now about 20 to 30 minutes before we actually go live, there's another step that happens, okay, which is we change this back to the GoToWebinar link, okay, and this is very important because just before we go live, just before that email gets sent that tells people to join the live webinar, we don't want them to go back to this page. We want them to now go back to the GoToWebinar link. However, we want them to go to the GoToWebinar link, not directly, but through your affiliate link. We want to re-cookie them one more time before they join the webinar, so that once they buy on the webinar, they're buying through your link because we just finished re-cookieing them, okay? So that's why we swap it out just before we go live, so that number one, everyone that's on that list, and we resend them this link here, they get sent to GoToWebinar immediately after having being re-cookied one more time. But also anyone that is clicking your affiliate link after 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. or whatever time your your pre-launch webinar is, if those people that are clicking 10, 15, 20 minutes late, they are not going to this page anymore either. They are going directly to the live webinar. So they're all getting re-cookied just before joining the live webinar, okay? So that's very important, and why we up it out to GoToWebinar just before we go live, so that we are no longer having to capture their information. We don't want to capture their information anymore once we're already live, okay? Especially if it's after the pre-launch, because if you are promoting the pre-launch and you send out your We Are Live email, you want them to go directly to the webinar through your affiliate, that they're getting re-cookied before joining, and then once we drop the links to buy on the webinar, they had just gotten cookied with your link, okay? So that's how we run our pre-launch sequence. Very simple. Number one, we set up a pre-launch page where we are capturing the affiliate ID once they sign up. We continue to re-cookie them throughout the launch sequence with this, with the ability to use the short code that we have built into Syndicate. And then just before going live, we switch it to GoToWebinar, so that anyone that clicks, either just before or just after, being re-cookied the moment they click the link, but also being redirected to GoToWebinar. Okay, so hopefully this gives you full confidence to promote our pre-launch. It is true hard coding, and again, even after the pre-launch is over, we continue to promote to the pre-launch list using this link, and obviously at that point they're no longer being sent to the pre-launch link, but they're being sent to the sales page link through your affiliate link. So that's how we run our pre-launch. Hopefully it gives you confidence to promote our pre-launch